kidding. Hey, it's February 19th. It's daily. Oh, we lost. No data. No data. No data. All right, it's coming back. There we go. Okay. Yeah, today's movie is God bless me. It's Ninth Gate. This movie is by I'm going to sneeze again. Jesus chromes. Okay, this is by Roman Polanski. Came out in 99. You may know Roman Polanski from several amazing movies like Rosemary's Baby and The Tenant and Repulsion and Chinatown. Yeah. And sort of The Ninth Gate. So this is Johnny Depp in a very subdued, regular performance. He's just a guy. He plays a straight guy. He's not wearing crazy nonsense. He's a little bit made to look a little older. They put some gray in his hair. Anyway, he's a book detective, or he's like a book salesman who's a little slimy, and he has a book. There's 3 books that portions of them might actually be inked by the actual Lucifer, the devil. So, which is a little bit hard to believe. Anyway, they think that I don't know. They got 3 different books, and or they got to find all the books. Sorry, I'm not selling it very well. Let's see how the box sells it. Johnny Depp stars as Dean Corso in unscrupulous rare book dealer who is hired to locate the last remaining copies of the 9 Gates of the Shadow Kingdom, a demonic manuscript that can summon the devil. Corso becomes embroiled in a conspiracy involving murder, theft, the satanic ritual, and ultimately finds himself confronting the devil incarnatis. Incarnate. That sort of happens. That makes it sound way more exciting. It's basically a guy like walking around talking to people. It's got this weird, creepy vibe because it's all shot in France, but it's supposed to take place in New York, and so they're doing all these weird set things where out the windows, and sometimes it's watching it because I've seen it several times, but I started watching it last night with the audio commentary, which has Polanski talking, and then about halfway through I was just like getting creeped out listening to Polanski's voice, and just like I'm like, you do not sound like, he also wasn't being super helpful. You know what I mean? It wasn't fun to listen to. He was just going, we shot this on a stage. And then we'll go to the next scene. We shot this on a stage. It's like, no shit, dude. Because you're not allowed to come to New York. Anyway, it's, something about it is interesting. The premise is actually taking kind of a huge idea, like the devil and angels and stuff like that, and then boiling it down to having it be very bland. Not bland, but just down to earth. Ironically, like everything it's filmed very flatly. Like it's his limitations make this good. Like it wouldn't, if this were like $100 million movie, it'd be a disaster probably. Now I'm trying to imagine that I don't know. The right director can do anything, and I think the premise is good, but it's like most good bombastic, I like to say, premises, is hard to land the plane. It's hard to get a finale that is as poignant as your story, or as big as your story, especially when you have a low budget and you're limited because you can't go to Hollywood because you can look it up. Look up Roman Polanski on Wikipedia. Anyway. Excuse me. Still a little sick. Anyway. Yeah, it's good. I'm being very wishy-washy on it. It's not good ultimately because the third act, the payoff isn't any good, but the build-up, there's some interesting stuff, and there's like a weird atmosphere behind the whole thing, the way it's lit. The weird CG, not CG, but like computer added stuff to like in this kind of weird, not fully formed way. Like it looks very antiquated now. Like even in there's like a looking out the window at the New York skyline, and like you can see the green screen moving, like it isn't keyed in properly. It's really kind of old school, even though it's '99. But it's '99 in Europe filmmaking, make movies that are interesting. Um, yeah, so it's pretty good. It's got an interesting premise. The scene that always stands out to me is that like halfway through the movie, there's this woman who's been like kind of following our main character, Dean Corso, and he falls down some stairs or something, and she follows him, and she just like kind of flies down the stairs because she's some sort of like spirit. She is a real person too, but it's so out of nowhere, and the movie has been just flirting with the idea of this, this otherworldliness, but never really shown you anything, and then it literally makes you gasp and then go, oh, maybe this is an interesting movie. It's like such a good moment that it makes you reevaluate whether the movie is good or not, and I mean, it's not that good. It's a good Johnny Depp performance in turn, like low key performance where he's not like wearing a pumpkin for a head. Um, you don't have to see it though. You don't have to see Peterloo either. That was the movie. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. So, well, I already kind of ruined it. Okay, that's it for today. I'll talk to you soon.